I had four addictions when I was younger: scrolling, video games, junk food, and adult content. But here's the weird thing: I was able to quit most of them instantly. Like, as soon as I heard about how video games and scrolling is bad for you, I would just quit it like that. But adult content always had me hooked. Like, every night I would relapse, bro. I would be so pissed at myself. I would be thinking like, why was I able to quit every single one of my addictions so damn easily besides this one? But here recently, I had a weird mindset shift that really changed how I see addictions. I want you to imagine this. Imagine that if you were told you were going to relapse on your addiction, you would die. Like, genuinely imagine. You would have so many urges to relapse, right? But every time you wanted to, you'd be like, nah, man, I can't. I'll pass away. I can't do it. This is because you have a strong why. When I quit junk food instantly, it was because my why behind it was so strong. So when I first learned about how junk food was bad for you, I heard about like how it harmed your fertility, your testosterone, inflammation, health, basically like everything, right? And I can't lie, it sounds funny, but I was scared of junk food. Like, anytime I saw junk food, I just imagined it was just this pile of like chemical slop. And I was just scared of what it would do to me. But here's the issue: the why behind my main addiction was so weak. Like, I would watch all these videos on how to quit porn, and I swear to you, every single one of them only talked about dopamine. Dopamine, dopamine, dopamine. And so I was just sat there like, I'm still going to martial arts every day. I'm still going to the gym every day. Every single one of my habits I'm still doing. And so I convinced myself, I was like, it doesn't affect my dopamine that much. I still quit video games, I still quit scrolling, and I'm still working out, so I'm gonna keep doing it. So I'm gonna tell you some things that basically strengthened my why behind quitting this addiction. And remember, this works for like any addiction. I'm just using porn as an example because that was always my worst one. The main realization that helped me a lot is that life feels horrible when you have an addiction. Like, I remember times when I would go like a week, 2 weeks, maybe even a month without doing it. Life felt so amazing. And chances are, for whatever addiction you're trying to quit, you have probably felt that same thing. You've probably gone like a week, 2 weeks without doing it, and you just remember that it felt amazing. Like, having even one small addiction in your life is like a sickness. That's what I want you to think of this as. It is like a literal illness for your brain because you're constantly like hating yourself. You're always thinking these negative thoughts. So here's how my average day looks now. I go throughout my day, I'll do all my habits, right? Awesome. But at night is like my main environment for relapsing. I always struggle with that, right? But now I just like shrug my shoulders and I'm like, I just know that if I relapse, I will literally be depressed. It sounds so weird to say that, people are gonna disagree, but that's how I am. If I were to relapse on this addiction, I know that I would literally be sick for like 2 weeks. I'm telling you, I would be sat there with like an illness of self-hatred, thinking back on that time I relapsed like so long ago, and it just literally makes you feel so depressed. And if you relate to any of my stories, self-hatred is one of our worst issues. And so I'm honestly scared, just like how I was with junk food. I'm literally scared to relapse a lot of times because I know I will have like a 2 week, a month period where I will just be so pissed at myself. The second thing that really helped me is to watch a lot of videos on your addiction. So many people are going to disagree with this. I always heard this advice online to not obsess over your addiction, but here's what I did. Anytime I would be cooking, cleaning, doing chores, whatever, eating, I would be watching a video on like porn addiction. I'll be watching like neuroscientists talk about like how prolactin spikes, all this weird stuff. Even though like every damn person I watched said to not obsess over your addiction, I just couldn't help myself. I would learn like all the small details about what happens, like how prolactin spikes by like 400% and all this weird stuff. And so over time, I've learned so much about my addiction. I basically had a stronger why behind it. So let's say your addiction is vaping, right? You have my full permission to be able to watch videos while you eat on like why vaping is bad, why you shouldn't do it. I'm talking like watch videos from like the neuroscientist type of guy. Watch videos from the Jack guy, you know, the guy with the muscle. Watch videos from this other guy. Like, I remember I watched this video. This dude was like a young guy, right? He made like a 1 hour video. He was just sitting in his car with his phone. He was jacked, right? This dude was huge. But I just remember I watched that video like 2 times in a day, and there were so many small details he talked about that became like permanently ingrained in my brain, and I just forever remembered it. So if there's anything you take away from my story, let it be this. Addictions will always be hard to quit if you minimize it. If you're the type of guy that's like, oh, it's not bad, everyone does it, it's not that bad for you. That's why you need a strong why behind your addiction. And once you get to the point where you truly do not have any addictions, life feels so weird, honestly. Like, I never knew that it literally caused like a sickness of self-hatred. Like, I never knew how much one addiction could hold back so much happiness in your life. Like, I feel like I've reached the golden point of mental health, honestly. Like, I can't even put into words how much more happier I am. I wish you can experience this. I wish you can just like go a week, even just 1 week without indulging in your addiction, just so you can feel what I'm talking about. Truly not having an addiction. It feels addicting, honestly, ironically. It feels addicting being able to just not have anything that's making you hate yourself. And also, no pressure, but if you want to work with me directly, you should check out top link in the description. You can get personal help from me with quitting whatever addiction you have, but I'll see you in the next one, bro. Peace.